Can the Buffalo Bills finally get the Goliath that has beat them down at every turn in the playoffs, whether it be in a championship game, whether it be in a divisional round, whether it be at Orchard Park, or whether it be at Arrowhead? Can they finally slay this Goliath and go into Arrowhead this weekend and beat Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid?
They're gonna have to figure out a way to cause Patrick Mahomes to make some turnover. Huh?
I said you don't sound too confident.
I mean, again, man, you said it when in your opener. They in the regular season they 4-4 when they met each other. So it goes, but in the postseason, old Patty Mahomes is 3-0 when they play against each other. And Patty Mahomes is 11-0. He got 11-0 winning streak at home, man. Granted, they ain't put up a whole lot of points, but they always figure out a way to win. And I know we can easily say, well, you know, they always got that ace in the hole with the officials, but still, they always figure out a way to win. And for whatever reason, this will be something for Josh Allen. It would be a great get over the hump type of game, man. But for me, I just don't think that they have the defense. I think they had an offense to compete with the Chiefs, but I just don't think their defense is going to be. This game is not going to be like last week where the only receiver that touched the ball was Kelsey. I think that the other receivers are going to be more involved. I think Andy Reid was probably doing the rope-a-dope last week anyway. But the Bills have trouble with tight ends anyway. And Kelsey, we know Kelsey's going to get his, but I think we're going to see some Hollywood Brown. I think Worth and Adams going to be a little bit more involved this week. And I just don't see them being able to go in there and do that. But they got to be able to, one, keep Patrick Mahomes and the offense off the field. They got to have some drives. We already know that. Josh Allen got to use his legs, which we already know he's going to do that too. But he's going to have to get some help from his receivers. Cook, another great option that they have to be able to run the ball. His main target as a receiver is Shakir. But I would like to see Amari Cooper and Knox and Knox and Kincaid do a little bit more of helping them out on the offensive side of the ball to make this a game.
Yeah, man, you said a lot there, right?
I said Adams. Let me correct myself. D-Hop. My bad, Fred. Thanks for correcting me, man. I said Adams, but I meant D-Hop.
Yeah. Before I respond to what you said, Troy made a couple of comments that I want to hit on. Right, he said first that the Buffalo Bills should win this game because they got rid of all of the selfishness that was infecting their team, and by allowing certain other key star players to venture out and go to other teams, and saying that since we've gotten the selfishness out of the building, we're playing like a one team, cohesive, and all this other good stuff, as well as making mention that with the amount of penalties on the defensive side of the ball that the Buffalo Bills have encountered by breathing on quarterbacks too hard, where you're going into a place where if you knock on the glass door, you might get penalized. What approach do you take as it pertains to your defense and the defensive problems that you're going to implement? You said the Kansas City Chiefs offense is something to be feared, and you're worried about the Buffalo Bills defense? We know that the Kansas City Chiefs offense, even with all of those big names, D-Hop, Pachinko, Hunt, Kelsey, Mahomes, anybody else on offense, they haven't really been blowing the doors off of anything. Worthy with that 4.19 40 speed, he hasn't done anything in the playoffs. They haven't broken any big plays. They're winning games. Now, granted, they've only played one game, but throughout the regular season, again, being 15-2, they are not an offense to be feared. So I don't think that the Buffalo Bills are going to be playing from behind in this game. This is going to be the same type of playoff game that you've come to project and kind of predict between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Is going to be a back and forth game. It is most likely going to be one of those who has the ball last It's going to be in a good opportunity to score. It's going to be a mid-30s type of game for me. Both of these offenses are going to be able to move the ball. Both of these offenses are going to be able to have big plays. The defenses may create a turnover, but the way that Patrick Mahomes plays in the playoffs and the way that Josh Allen not only plays against the Kansas City Chiefs, but the way that he has had a year where he is a legitimate MVP candidate, I don't think turnovers are going to be a major factor unless they come in the run game. I don't think either one of these two quarterbacks are going to be all willy-nilly with the ball to where they're not protecting the ball. They're taking too much of a chance in the passing game, trying to thread the needle, so to speak. And they have reliable receivers that they can depend on. Shakur is the security blanket for Josh Allen. Cook coming out of the backfield is a reliable receiver. And of course, Coleman is a huge target. So Josh Allen is going to get a whole lot of opportunities to run the ball because the defense that the Kansas City Chiefs implement with Spagnuolo, he has the defensive backs to lock receivers down one-on-one. He has the defensive front to keep you contained with that controlled aggression. But Josh Allen also is the same quarterback that plays very well against this defense. So I don't think this defense is going to be able to shut Josh Allen down. He's going to be able to make those big plays when he needs to. And this game comes down to another point that you both made as to whether or not the aggressiveness of the Bills defense will get them in trouble as it pertains to penalties. Penalties are going to be a part of this game, in my opinion. It always is, some way, somehow, when it pertains to.
Troy already said that the Bills already today on Friday the 24th have already been called for a pass interference and a roughing the passer call. They already.
You said that's an automatic 30 yards right there. You know,
it's already on the card. It's already on the ref's card, bro.
So, me and Jordan were talking before the show, and we were talking about which team has the upper hand in this game. And I told him I don't know. I didn't know who I was picking 30 minutes ago. I still don't know who I'm picking now. But I also said if this was Baltimore against Kansas City, I would have picked Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that Baltimore lost that game, to me, the best team is, again, not here. The way that Buffalo did what they needed to do to win the game, it lets me know that they're not going to be taken lightly. They're not going to go away quietly into the night, and they're going to fight for every yard, every inch, as Al Pacino once said, because it's right there in front of us. We just have to go get it. And Josh Allen is that guy to go get that inch, that yard that you need. But you can't go against Patrick Mahomes at home with Andy Reid, Kelsey, the Tay effect, and possibly a questionable call.
Hey! Don't you bring the Tay? I tried to bring the Tay effect in too. You say it ain't got no effect, so don't bring the Tay effect in there.
I'm being facetious. The Tay effect is no such thing as it pertains to the game itself. But man, this is the primetime game on Sunday night. It kicks off at 6:30. So by the time we get into the fourth quarter, where it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, the temperature is most likely going to be in the maybe low teens, high single digits, possibly some inclement weather. So that is also going to play a factor in whose team is having the better run game at whatever point in the game. And like I mentioned, the last team that has the ball most likely would have the best opportunity to win this game. So who are you picking, Griff, and why?
Okay, so I had to give it. I mean, I got to give it to the home team again. I know I heard everything that you said, but I got to give it to the home team. I'm going to tell you why. Because as much as you said that with if we start talking about who are the gunslingers and who will take chances, these are the two quarterbacks that's left in the game right now that would do some stuff that will either cause a team to win or lose. We've seen it with both. Josh Allen has a tendency to throw some things that he shouldn't throw, and we already know Patrick Mahomes be throwing underneath his leg, over his shoulder. He'll try anything. But I have to get an edge to the defense. This is the time of the year that defense win games. You can have the best offense in the world. We've seen the greatest show on turf and some of those other teams, but at the end of the day, defense, and in these type of games with this type of weather, they outside, they ain't in no dome. This is where defense come into play, and I think old Spags got a game plan for Josh Allen that's gonna force Josh Allen to do some stuff that he shouldn't be doing with that ball, and the Chiefs gonna end up winning this game. I am hoping and praying that is no official call in this game that we're going to be talking about on Monday that caused the Bills to lose the game. I'm praying for it because I'm tired every week when it comes down to the Chiefs, but I think you're going to see a better offensive performance from the Chiefs than we've seen all season. I predict the Chiefs putting up, this is going to be their first game that they're going to get over 30 points. This is going to be their first game this season. They're going to get over 30 points, Drew, and they're going to win. They actually going to win this game by a touchdown. Josh Allen would throw 2 interceptions in this game.
Wow. Okay. You know, you said hope. Hope is a beautiful thing when it actually has some possible way of becoming reality. Hopes and dreams are things that give us that continued drive to move forward. You said, I hope there aren't any official calls that we are talking about. I can almost guarantee that there were going to be a call or two that we're going to be talking about on Tuesday that affected the outcome of this game. You said Josh Allen is going to throw 2 interceptions. The defense for the Kansas City Chiefs are going to apply the adequate amount of pressure to put Josh Allen in a situation to give a couple away. That's a possibility. That is a distinct possibility and a likelihood of it happening because Spagnuolo is an aggressive coach. He is going to come after Josh Allen as often as he possibly can by having that spy linebacker or safety when Josh Allen is going to break containment. But at the same time, I can't go against Patrick Mahomes. I've done that once or twice, and it has always come back to bite me in the gluteal. So for the same reasons that you listed, I'm going to go with the home team. But as with any of these 2 games, either one of the 4 teams can win. Both of the visiting teams can go into the opponent's home stadium and walk out with the dub this weekend.